Grocery sales for November and December have already started, and we're still in October. And if you're like me, you want to maximize your grocery budget. And today I'm going to share with you how I do this every single year and the tips and tricks I have learned in our area that have really worked for us. But if you're new to our channel, I'm Julia. I'm one half of the Canny couple, a small homestead family in rural Virginia that work every single day to merge homesteading and frugality. And listen, we really need to talk about how we stock up our pantry right now. And this is when I get a lot of really good deals for my pantry for the entire year. I really like to stock up in November, December, even October when I catch these sales right now, because it really does help me save money for the next year. Because you can get some really good deals right now, but you have to know what to look for, because sometimes what looks like a deal isn't actually a deal. If your grocery stores are like ours. So let me know in the comments below. Do you have a grocery store that's been kind of hiding sales? It's been calling things sales. What kind of tips and tricks have you learned to save money at this time of the year? I would love to hear them. They might help other people, and that's what we're here for. And while you're at it, we would really appreciate if you hit the like button and subscribe. So, first things first. Let's start with what we need to do before we do anything. Frugality-minded people. We make a list. We always start with lists. I'd have mine upside down. We always start with lists. So, you know right now you can take inventory of your pantry. I just told you why you need to do that right now. We need to make a list. You should have a list ready to go. A list is so important. A list keeps you where you need to go. Like with your budget, your grocery list kind of gives you guardrails in the grocery store so you don't go over budget. You can kind of make sure you're getting what you need for your pantry. So always start with a list. You need to have this done right now. Put it on your phone. That's what I do. We keep one on our phone. I keep one on the refrigerator. I even have a list in Amazon where I have items that I have picked out, and it'll tell me when I have deals on those items, so I can go look and see if it's worth me to go ahead and pick it up this month or to wait till I see another better price. Learn fake sales. So our grocery store in our area, they will put sales, but if you're not careful, you might actually be paying more for those sales than if you had bought them a few months before, if you wait a few weeks later. So I noticed this last year, and I noticed it with powdered sugar. So you would have the grocery ad. We have a few of them here. And we only have a few grocery stores that we go to regularly. We have two that we go to regularly, but some that we go to maybe once a month, maybe once every 3 months. But for these grocery stores, especially one in particular, it likes to put up fake sales. So I caught them selling, or I didn't catch them. I saw they were selling powdered sugar one week at like $2.50. The next week, it was like $2.60, 80 cents. So they kept moving that price up. And then one week it was like $3 or something. So it was closer you got to the holiday, the higher that sale price became. So make sure you're really looking. Don't push this off to be like, oh, well, this is a good price, but I don't need it right now. I don't have room for it. If you need it and this looks like a really good price, you better go ahead and get it, because your grocery store might be doing what mine is. And let me tell you something. They know how you do things. They know you'll wait to the last minute and you'll go for that what looks like a good sale price. So know your fake deals, know your real deals. Just kind of have that in the back of your mind. Compare online. I will go look online. I will go check. If it's something I don't need right now, and a lot of times I don't need what I get right now. A lot of times it's to keep our pantry stocked up. I will go take my phone, take my computer, and I will go and check Amazon. I will go check Walmart. I will go check Aldi. Online grocery shopping has changed everything. You could price compare so much easier than you used to be able to. Those little price books, it's so easy now to put that information in compared to when it was before, where you would have to go and actually write it down at the grocery store. Now you just go online. You're like, okay, I need this. And you type it in. It pops up and you have prices to compare. So go online, compare your prices right now with the grocery stores you shop at. At the grocery, that's important. You need to do it at the grocery store you shop at. Now, if it's something that I need, and like we don't go to Aldi's very often, it's really out of the way for us. We're not over there, but if we're going to be over there, I might stop if they have some sales. But if it's something I don't need often, I might go and look like, okay, here's their current price on this. Well, if I go there, I'm going to stock up on it. I'm going to get that good deal because I know what that price is. But for me, I really have to be kind of looking and have that in mind, and I kind of always look ahead of time if we're going to be in that area. I will compare our grocery stores with Walmart and other places, so I really do look at all of these things when I go through. Read the fine print. So a lot of times they will have coupons, like these little coupons here. This isn't one of them, but I know our last week had a coupon in it. I wonder if this is it. This is not. So we had a coupon one week where we've been having these a lot for hamburger. You have to spend $25 to get this price of hamburger. It's like $1 off per pound, but you have to spend $25. Now, it's not hard to spend $25 grocery store. I remember when Aaron and I first got together, I was only spending $35 a week at the grocery store on sale items. That was just our grocery. That's what we would spend, and we'd have a whole buggy full. Now you're lucky if you could come out with $50 for half the amount of groceries. Make sure you're reading that fine print and make sure you're following it. So turkeys are a prime example. One of our local grocery stores will have turkeys on sale, and they'll have them for a few weeks. It's going to be coming up here soon, and they'll be like 49 cents, 59 cents a pound. They actually went down last year. I think they were 49 cents or 39 cents a pound. But you have to spend $35. Now, this grocery store tends to be more expensive. So I'm going to really search through their entire ad to see what's on sale. And then from there, I'm going to go get things that I know are more expensive, but I can still get it at the same price. And that's what I'm going to stock up my pantry with. I'm going to get my butter, things like that are going to be cost the same at one grocery store compared to the other. Fill up my pantry, my freezer, all of that, plus get the turkey and make sure I keep it right at that $35 and get my turkey on top of that for that discount. First year we did it, we didn't read the fine print. We actually had to go back and buy $35 worth of stuff. And when you're doing that and you don't look at the fine print and you don't realize it when you first do it, I actually think if you could buy a turkey, I told Aaron and stuff, we don't do anything else, we'll get another turkey at this price plus this one, and we'll just have 2 turkeys in this order, and that works as well because they'll usually have another turkey or ham on sale. You can get both of them, and you can get one for the much deeper discounted price. So really look at those ads. Make sure you're doing this smart. So the next one is to maximize your bundles and deals. So this really depends on your grocery store. So a few weeks ago, our grocery store actually had some really good sales. I think it was this one. Yes, it was. So they had some really good sales, but you had to really look at them and do the math. So it would be like buy 2, get 1 free. And I got a few things here. I got some chili. I got some, let's see here. I got some chili. I got some evaporated milk. And it's like, so you save $1.59 on 3. So you do the math, and you could buy this up to the limit. So if you get a deal like that, and it's a good price for you in your area, because everybody's area is a little different, make sure you're maximizing that sales price. So if you can get a good deal, get as many of them as you can or you need. So like evaporated milk is a staple in every Southern kitchen. It just is. I will make sure I maximize that. If you keep beans on hand, they had beans on sale. These Lux beans, I think they were 99 cents on 3, so they were $98 each. So when you got 3, you got 3 for $2, which is a really good price. That was a really good price on these beans, but it's always select ones. You want to make sure you get what is in that, what is actually inside of that deal. So you make sure you check. So I maximize. I also check things like the vegetables. I'm always looking for carrots to go on sale, things like that. Carrots weren't on sale this time, so I did not get any carrots. But I did maximize the sales as much as I could to save as much as possible. We actually ended up with a huge grocery cart full of food for a really good price. We actually bought a lot that week because there was a lot on sale that week. But at our grocery store, it wasn't around a holiday. And if it's not around a holiday and there's a bit of a break between holidays, we are seeing that you get much better deals than if you wait till closer to a holiday. Closer to holidays, there is no deal. There's no deal, there are no sales. They are jacking up those prices of things that we used to get on sale, but calling them sales, so you kind of have to be aware of that. Do it for year-round staples, evaporated milk, canned beans, vegetables, all of those things. That's what you're going to focus on. I wouldn't look at things like your candy and things like that. You're looking for the things for your pantry you use all year round. You know what you feed your family. Yes, you can look for, if you cook for the holidays, you should be stocking up on that item as well. But this is a time to really build your pantry, especially if you don't have a really good working pantry. This is a time to build it. This is a time to really kind of look and see and know your prices and really kind of build up that pantry so you can have a couple weeks worth of food, a month or two worth of food, however much you feel you need to have, you can have those in there, and you can start building your meal plans off that food, which will let you kind of wait till the next sales cycle to refill or restock up your pantry, and that's going to help you save money in the long run instead of buying it as you need it. The next thing, multiple stores, if it makes sense. I just said we don't go to Aldi's very much. It doesn't make sense. It does not make sense. It's too far of a drive for me. It does not make sense for me to drive to Aldi's. It just doesn't. I have 2 grocery stores that are so much closer for me. So unless we're going towards Aldi's for another errand, we don't go there. We used to have a Kroger in our area. We never went there. I think the entire time Aaron and I have been together, we maybe went there 3 to 5 times total. We've been together for 11 years. I mean, we just didn't go. It was not convenient. It didn't make sense for us to make extra steps to go to that Kroger, and it was always crazy busy, so it wasn't worth it for us. What we do is we go to our local grocery stores, especially since we've kind of cut out a lot of the processed foods and we do more whole foods. We only buy the whole foods that are on sale. We don't buy a lot of that extra stuff, and that has really cut back on what we actually buy from the grocery store. Early sales. You need to be looking now. Do not wait. Do not wait. People will say, oh, it'll be closer to the holiday. No, check now. Check now. That's why I'm telling you, do this right now. Because if your grocery store is like mine, they're creating fake sales and having real sales earlier, or better sales earlier. So it might be a sale now that's really good versus a sale later that's not so good. You can save more money if you start looking now. And if you catch it at a better price later, have a little bit of room in your budget, you can catch it. But for us, I have noticed that the closer to the holiday it gets, the higher it's going to be even at that sale price. Track it, write it down, have a list. Do what you need to. Make sure you can see it in your pantry. If you can't see it in your pantry, make sure you're writing this stuff down. That's the only way you're going to know what you have, what you don't have, what you need to have. Have a running list on your phone. Use notes. Use to do. Do whatever you need to do. I use to do for us. It goes between me and Aaron. Aaron can add, I can add, and we know what we're looking for. And then I just mark it off the list as we need to. Check, check, check. And that's what we do. That's how we survive and get what we need. And then the last one, stock up smart. You're going to be building a working pantry here. We just talked about that. You can put away as much food as you can as your budget's going to let you. And that's the other part about this. You want to make sure you do this in a budget. I'm not telling you to go spend $2,000 on food right now. I know that's easy to do, but do not go and do that. Do this in a budget. Do this slow. This is the time to really start building that working pantry, especially for the future months to come. You can catch the sale prices now because you want to pay today instead of tomorrow. But tomorrow price could be a lot higher. If it's lower, great. But for us, historically, it has been higher. So I'm looking at the patterns. I'm seeing what's repeating. And I would rather cook my meals on what I bought on sale versus what I have bought today at a higher price. That's kind of how I look at it. So I try to meal plan from what's in my pantry. I don't meal plan from what's in these ads. I can absolutely meal plan from what's in these ads, but 95% of the time, I'm not meal prepping from here. I'm meal prepping from what's in my freezer and what is in my pantry. So these are the 10 tips I have. And if I know there's so many more out there. So leave those in the comments below. I want to hear what you're doing. I want to hear your tips, your strategies, how you're maximizing your budget right now, because what your stores are like. Are your stores showing better prices now? I would love to hear that, because every time I look at my grocery ad, I'm just like, there's nothing. More often than not, I'm telling Aaron, there's really not anything to get at the grocery store, or there's like 5 things to get at the grocery store, including our milk and bananas, if that. So let me know in the comments below. I would love to hear from you. Make sure you check out our link tree with all over the content. And as always, thank you for joining us on the Canny Couple, where we work hard, live simple, and enjoy life. Have a wonderful day.